Legendary
both.
programmer John Carmack, known for programming the original Doom and his love for VR, has stepped down as consulting CTO for Reality Labs, formerly Oculus. I actually didn't know they were called Reality Labs. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that was a while back.
Yeah, I probably just didn't care because it's a weird name change that doesn't matter. Meta is famous for making and directing and directly breaking promises not to F it up. In quotes, you will not need a Facebook account to use or develop for the Rift. That's definitely not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Quotes, we are not going to track you, flash ads at you, or do anything invasive. That's not a thing anymore. In quotes, we are not going to lock people out because they compete. I actually didn't know that was broken, but apparently that was broken in 2016. And then another one, in quotes, Facebook is going to give us access to massive resources, but let us operate independently.
Hey, the first part they did, if anything, I think the entire investing world quadrupled, hextupled down.
The first half of that is extremely correct. And then in quotes, none of our gaming resources will be diverted.
Ooh, yeah, that one, not so much.
Oof. Carmack says that he has mixed feelings about leaving, stating that the Quest 2 in particular was almost exactly what he wanted to see, despite complaints about the software.
Yeah, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back is apparently the gaming resources being diverted one for him. I mean, we know John Carmack,
he's a gamer
guy. He's not a gamer.
Oh.
He's not into gaming, right? Right? John Carmack, not that into gaming.
Just did Doom.
Yeah.
It's not a game.
Exactly.
It's a wall.
It's real.
It's a wall painting simulator.
It's how we protect the world from demons. It's training.
You know, the storyline behind Doom is like surprisingly in depth.
Yeah, it's like there's a ton of lore that I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway.
Carmack has previously been critical of Meta's direction, saying that they should focus on products to tap into the metaverse before building out initiatives. He worried that thousands of people's efforts spanning years would be spent on things that didn't contribute to the way people use devices today. Seems to be a little bit true. His biggest problem, however, is the efficiency and speed of development. He says that as someone who works hard at optimization, seeing gross inefficiency hurts your soul, likening to seeing 5% GPU utilization. That is not surprising from him. He has always been hyper into that. This is one of the reasons why people still run some of his old games on like as many devices as they can possibly imagine, because they're really, really well built for optimization for basically regardless of what platform you're on. Reality Labs, he says, operates at half the effectiveness that he'd like.
Yikes.
That's a big oof.
I mean, his standards are pretty high.
Yes.
But there's probably still room for improvement.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
His voice at the top of the company, to his dismay, has not been able to persuade the organization to improve. He says that he has never been able to stop stupid things because they cause damage, or set a direction and have the team stick to it. He blames himself for this, as instead of taking a leadership role and locking horns with Facebook on day one, he focused on what he's best at, programming. That's also not surprising. He assumed he would hate it, be bad at it, and probably lose anyways. So that's why he stuck to programming. He still deeply believes in VR and that Meta is best able to show its value. His parting advice, in quotes, is make better decisions and fill your products with give a damn. Now, Carmack's focus, me too, actually. Carmack's focus will be on his artificial intelligence startup, Keen Technologies, which has received significant investment money in recent months. Artificial intelligence, or AGI, has the goal of making an artificial intelligence system that can theoretically do any task a human can, a truer definition of AI. What we call AI right now is far more limited in scope and is often just a matter of observe and fail at one thing until it gets better. Some, like Meta chief scientist Yan Li-kun, hopefully I said that right, I don't know, sorry if I did say that wrong, doubt that AGI can or will ever become a reality. Others fear what AGI could represent if created irresponsibly. The AI overlords joke hits a little differently for AGI. Now, what I kind of want to raise here is I think AI or AGI or whatever is what a lot of people, definitely including myself, thought VR was going to be at this point in time.
Sure. Yep.
I think it's a huge disruptor. I think it's going to change a ton of things. I think it already has, and the real usable levels of it have barely even existed yet. Like when GPT-4 comes out, if places like Google, who have large language models similar to GPT-3, GPT-4, whatever, if they start using those more publicly, if other companies that have similar systems start using those more publicly, I think the impact of these things are going to be on the scale that when Oculus was first founded, people thought the impact of VR was going to be at. So I think it is a much more significantly interesting thing to work on right now. And I think Carmack is quite interested in leading his own things, considering that the vast amount of his frustrations very clearly when leaving Meta was leadership decisions.
Sure.
And efficiencies and goals and all that type of stuff. So if he can steer the ship more directly and he can do it on something that might be more punchy and more fun right now, I think that might be interesting. This is one of those things
where I think I've talked to you about this, like not on the show, just talking. I don't know how I would handle working for someone else.
Yeah.
As long as they made decisions that I agreed were really great, it'd be fine.
But the second one of
them
isn't great.
But they probably won't.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be fine. I think it's really hard to, and the thing is that I like to think that I try pretty hard to reach consensus when we make a decision as a company. I have never experienced that anywhere else. And I suspect that is not very common. And I suspect that even as I'm talking about this and you're sitting there nodding, I'm not always perfect at it. But
there's a reason I'm still here too. I don't know.
I don't think I would find, I wouldn't need to agree with everything, but I don't think I would find a place where I would agree with enough. And I think that's basically what he's run into here.
I've said this literally on the WAN show before. Like, I don't necessarily agree with everything we've ever done, but I think that would be basically impossible. And it's fine. And I think I do agree with the vast majority of things that we've done.
Wow, you might want to give her a little more juice.
Way less than I thought.
Hey, there we go. All right, good enough.
Nice. I do agree with the vast majority of things that we've done. And even when I don't agree with what we've done, I can usually at least see the logic behind it. I have worked places before where tons of things happen where no matter how hard I try, I can't find the logic behind it.